Hey, this is Raul with bassfishingsource.com. Today we're going to talk about bass fishing reels. But before we do, if you're not subscribed, if you'd hit that subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. And also hit that like button if you don't mind. All right, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about bass fishing reels, different types of bass fishing reels, and really what we're talking about is it's just fishing reels, but how they specifically tie into bass fishing, and we'll just focus on that point. But let's see if there's anything. So the first type of bass fishing reel would be that you could use is a Spincast reel. I don't have one out here with me, but I'll show one on the screen. This is the basic push button reel that you've seen that maybe you start your kids off with, and hey, no shame. I mean, some people use them. I have a friend that uses it and catches fish successfully. So, I mean, they get a bad name, bad rap. Some of them are a little difficult to deal with. In other words, they don't last very long. At least that's been my experience. And they're usually, now there's some higher end ones. I've never bought a more expensive one, but maybe they work better. But that would be your, again, Spincast reels, push button. You can use them. You're going to be limited in distance and just the overall techniques. But for your basic, just cast out there and bring back, you know, it'll do the job. The next reel is the spinning reel, which I have right here. It's an open face reel. It's just these are probably the easiest, or that most people find the easiest to use. Just flip open the bail. And you're holding your line when you open it, and then you're casting out there, letting go of the line. So a lot of people start out with these, and then they upgrade. Then they upgrade to the Baitcast, which is the other one that I have here. This one's an Abu Garcia Revo SX. Yeah, I would say they pretty much model the Spincaster, where it is a push button, but these are far more technical, I guess. Far more technical than the Spincast. There's the biggest problem is with the backlash, bird's nest, which is just a matter of, you know, making your adjustments on your brake on this side and your knob on this side, which I have a whole nother video on that. But those are what you're going to see most professionals using and more skilled anglers using. To me, I mean, I go with a spinning reel most of the time. I'm able to catch bass with it. I do use a bait caster from time to time. It still gives me problems every now and then, but I've gotten a lot better. It does take practice. So those are different bass fishing reels you can use. So as far as a spinning reel, the advantages to that is just the simplicity, I guess. Just they're going to be easier for someone who's new to figure out and learn to use after they step up from a Spincaster if they want. It's just you know, holding the line with your finger, which this one I don't have rigged up right now, but you would hold the line with your finger, open the bell, and then cast. And that's pretty much it. Close the bail and reel in. You got your drag up here in the front, which you adjust, which puts tension on the line when you're fighting a fish. So that's the biggest advantage. It's just how easy they are to use. Disadvantage, some would say, is they're just limited in what they can do, and I would think the biggest limitation is, well, unless you work with a bait caster, you're not going to understand the limitations of a spinning reel. So the biggest thing is well, one of the biggest things would be speed. And by speed, I mean how fast you reel in. If you look on the side of a spinning reel, when you go to buy it, you'll see a ratio there. this one has a ratio of 5.2 to 1, which means that it's going to spin here 5.2 times for every crank of the reel. So that's just a measure of how fast you can reel in. Sometimes you need something faster if you're trying to bring in a big bass, out from, some junk underwater. You're trying to bring in a big bass from some underwater cover and stuff like that. So you'll want something a little bit faster. So that's really one of the biggest disadvantages with a spinning reel. Now with the Baitcaster, the advantage is going to be the flexibility of the different techniques you get to use. The flexibility of the different techniques you get to use. So, I mean, with this, you can cast out far, you can flip, you can pitch just to cast out right in front of you. If you're on a boat and you're just trying to cast out to a few feet to the bank, really you can just target specific areas better with this. It's just more flexible. The biggest disadvantage is they're technical, and you got to get adjustments right to every specific lure, and like I mentioned, I have a video on how to make those adjustments. But you have several different things you have to adjust, whether it's the brake, whether it's your tensioner here, and then the drag, which is right here. These, you'll see the speed of this one, and I'm not sure if this one has the speed on it. I don't see it on this one. This is one with a magnetic brake. Here's a centrifugal brake. This one is a 6.5 to 1, so a little bit faster. Different style brakes. See, this one actually pops open. Has little tabs. Then we still have the tensioner here and the drag. But like I said, the biggest disadvantage of this is just it's going to be your backlash and your bird's nest. If you don't have it adjusted right, it's going to cause you a bunch of grief. In the end, you go with what you're comfortable with, what you're used to. That's going to bring the most enjoyment. Learn with that, catch some fish with that, then practice. If it was a slow day like it is today, I got fishing rods out behind me. I have my daughters behind me over there fishing. They've actually caught a catfish and a crappie, but it's been slow for me, so I'll bring out the Baitcaster, try some different lures, and just try to get better with it, which I've gotten a lot better with it. So I'm more comfortable with it. You build your confidence and you're able to use it. So those are different types of bass fishing reels that you can use to target largemouth bass. Find yourself one that works for you, and we'll start practicing. I'll have some links down below for some recommended spinning and Baitcast reels, and may even put a Spincast up there for y'all to check out. But specifically, what I'm using is I've got a Shimano, I got an Abu Garcia, and this is a Fluger spinning reel, which I love. I really love the Fluger spinning reels. They're really nice. I like using them. So I'll leave a couple of links to some recommended ones. Thank y'all for stopping by. Subscribe and hit that like button for me. Thank you.